Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to 2020. Yeah, baby. We're launching into a brand new world and possibly a brand new world order. It's so extreme and so intense. And January is when it all kicks off. Boom. In massive style. Now, some astrologers have predicted doom and disaster with recession and drama and all sorts of hell. Others have gone the opposite way and say, it's going to be even more capitalist, blah, blah, blah. And I have to say, there is a patriarchal flavour to this year, but it's also, starting from January, about us changing what's meaningful to us and what we want to work towards achieving. And we have the power to do it. It's all change. It's all about responsibility. It starts here. It starts now. Here's your January astrology. Hey gorgeous Libra, how you doing? This is a phenomenal month and it kicks off with you feeling very passionate about your ideas as Mars is in your third house. Of course, watch your rising sign video as well. And so you are like very, very interested in getting the conversation started and getting your ideas out there, and nothing will stop you. Sometimes, being a typical Libra, you let other people express their point of view and you respect everybody's ideas, but right now it's all about you and what you want to do and where you want to go in terms of your thoughts, and you're honouring your own thoughts and you're fighting for your thoughts, and that's a good thing. Well, of course, it can make you a little bit argumentative, so watch out for that. Also, we've got the full moon coming up, which is going to give you a revelation when it comes to your career. We're very psychic and we're very in tune when there's a full moon. And this particular full moon is filling you with knowledge and what you really feel about what you're doing at the moment and what you want to put out there in the world. And it's rising from your unconscious to the surface. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your desires and honour your desires. Talk to yourself and say yes. Be your own supporter, be your own life coach. Talk to yourself in your head as if you were paying a life coach 50 quid an hour to do it, and you will notice massive changes. Treat yourself as fairly and lovingly as you treat your friends when they need your advice. You're great at giving advice. This month, give that advice to yourself, particularly around your career, and you could see big shifts. Now, for you, the big boom, 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 transformational Saturn and Pluto, and actually at one point Mercury and another point the Sun, all joining forces in your fourth house of home and family. There is likely to be extremely big changes and a shift of dynamics when it comes to your home and family. You may not even know it yet. It might be a rude awakening, it might be a sudden awakening, but there's likely to be a big shift. And it's about what you want to commit to, who you want to commit to, what you want to commit to in terms of the future, to do with where you're living and also members of your family. Now, family these days isn't just blood relatives. It's also some of our friends can be family. In fact, I had a recent experience where I had a big split from a very old friend, and it utterly devastated me. And, I saw things in a whole different light that I hadn't been seeing for years. Anyway, it can be hard when we have to split away from people, particularly if we consider them family. But ultimately, you are not going to go through the next 7 years with people around you that aren't, honest and honourable and on your level. You are going to see the people around you and shift and transform those dynamics. And also you might find some people shifting and transforming the dynamics with you. If you've got a flatmate, for instance, one of you might decide to move out and that might be difficult for the other one. But it's all about being truthful and honest and honourable to your own soul and committing to you. If you are committing to doing something and you're committing with your whole being, you have so much extra power. And security is very important to you. Your home is very important to you. Whatever changes you're intending to make, some you might not even see coming, but it will be for your greater good. It's important, and actually there's a likelihood that you're going to take your home to the next level. So you're going to, there's going to be changes coming, not necessarily this month, but the seeds may be sown this month. Now, Venus is shifting signs, and it's making you feel that you want to really look after yourself and you want to have healthier relationships, and you may decide to go to couple counselling if you're in a relationship. You may decide that you want to do something healthy together. You want to go to the gym together. You want to go hiking together, swimming, kayaking, whatever it is that you want to do together. But you want to bring a healthy dynamic into your relationship. And also, I have to say, within ourselves, when we have Venus in the 6th, we can go through a period where we look at our own patterns to do with our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with other people, and cleanse and transform and shift that energy. There could also be some good positive feedback coming to you around your work as well. Now, Mercury and the Sun are shifting signs and going into your pleasure zone. So you're feeling much more optimistic after you might be feeling optimistic anyway, but you're feeling super optimistic from the 16th of January, where you're like, hello, I feel excited about life. I feel really want to be around people that make me happy. You're making other people happy. You're very optimistic. You're very pleasant. You're very charming. You're very creative, and you're drawing that energy to you. So there really is a big old high. And actually, there's a new moon in that energy. So it's about the next phase of pleasure for you. A new moon is all about leaving behind the past, dropping and dumping the baggage, opening the doors to a new future. So when it's in your 5th house, it's brilliant news, because it's about relationships, pleasure, happiness, and children, and a new beginning. So that's all very, very excited. And of course, Venus is your ruler. So you would have done the work on yourself. You're doing the work on yourself to make changes. Now, Venus and Neptune are joining forces, which makes us have a lot of empathy for other people, but also ourselves. So if there's a pattern you've got, a self-destructive habit that you've got, you can have the empathy and kindness to work on yourself. If we're like self-destructive, right? For instance, I don't know, if you comfort eat, you drink a bottle of wine a night, or you're doing something, smoking, it could be anything. If you're doing something that's negative for you, or you have an unhealthy habit which is based on a wound, because let's face it, most of our unhealthy patterns are based on wounds. You have the ability with that conjunction to be nice and gentle and nurturing with yourself to help heal it. And it could be amazing, could be a big breakthrough for you. But also equally, if there are other people in your life who've got a destructive habit, you're able to see it from a different point of view, a more compassionate and caring point of view. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, michelleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
Hi, I'm Seven, a spiritual medium psychic. When I'm communicating messages from spirit to you, I'm also looking at the evolution of where you're going in your life, in your journey. I'm answering questions, but then also looking at the wider reasoning around what's happening as well. What I always do is give the truth, because I'm giving the information that's coming through for me. And so sometimes that comes across to some people that could be quite harsh, or they want me to change information. That's not what this is about. This is about what's coming through from spirit. But ultimately, a reading with me is there to help. Most of the time, I don't remember the readings right after, because it's not myself, as in Seven, giving that. It's actually coming from spirit. This work is incredible, it's joyful, it means so much that I'm able to give that gift to somebody that ultimately is going to better their life.